Greetings and ni hao to you, Crocoduck Army. It's been a bit busy around Crocostan these days, thus the slow pace of new videos, but I'm doing what I want and need to do, so I have no regrets there. My travel schedule for both work and pleasure is about to come to a crescendo too, and I figured I'd let you in on it just in case you wanted to say hello. The 25th country on my lifetime list of countries is China, and at the time this video is being released, I'm in the air on my way to China. I'll be in Beijing for 5 weeks for work, which is why I think I'm living there for a month would be a better description than I'm visiting for a month. If I have to do laundry during my trip, I consider it living there. China, of course, is the most populous country in the world. But interestingly, I don't think it's the most populous communist country in the world. China in 2015 is about as communist as Uncle Sam and apple pie, at least in terms of the economic system. It's an authoritarian state that is actually more or less capitalist, though that is disputed, and you'll see articles online arguing both sides of that. Basically, the Communist Party and the people have come to an unstated agreement that as long as the people are allowed the ability to improve their lives, they're free to do so as long as they don't get too involved in politics. Freedom of expression actually exists up until the point you're seen as a threat to the government, which, of course, means it's not truly freedom of expression. I did watch the Tiananmen Square protests when I was in high school, and I'll never forget that. But don't ever confuse China with North Korea. The day China starts locking up foreigners on a whim is the day foreigners are going to be very hesitant to do business with China anymore, and that is very much not in the interests of China. The only American that North Korea won't arrest is Dennis Rodman. When I get back from China, I go right back to the airport the following week and head to Amsterdam on vacation with Mrs. Zonstar and a couple other friends on an organized tour, which will also include Brussels and Luxembourg. Then, about a month after that, after a couple domestic work trips, I'm headed to Iceland with Mrs. Zonstar for my birthday in late August. If you live in any of those 5 countries I've mentioned so far, just let me know and maybe we can get together if our schedules align. YouTube is blocked in China, but should be able to get it when I'm on the VPN, same with Facebook. You can bet there will be a video about my visit when I get home. I'll tell you all about the food and the people, and even about the pollution that everyone tells me about. I'm sure it's bad there, and I'm doing my best to avoid the worst of it. I had a thought about the pollution, though. We all congratulate ourselves about how far we've come as a nation in reducing pollution in a lot of areas in this country over the past few decades, and that's all very nice. However, a lot of the stuff we used to manufacture here is now made in China, and it's that way with a lot of first world countries. I would expect that if we still made all that stuff here, China would have far less pollution. We'd have more factories with industrial byproducts and more electricity powered by coal being used. The more I think about it, the more I think their pollution issue is something that we had a hand in exporting there. Anyway, I plan to learn about their culture as much as I can. Beyond seeing the Great Wall, the Forbidden City, and the various other touristy sites, I may be a little bit more adventurous even. Maybe I'll even try scorpion on a stick.